So let's get the really obvious things out of the way first. There is only campaign for Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered. No Spec Ops, no multiplayer. We'll touch on this in a bit. Also, the game is exclusive to the PS4 for the next month, which right now with everybody at home, that's a long time. So let's hone in on what is still a very fun FPS campaign, even in 2020. Canadian studio Beenox did a great job here in my opinion, recapturing the sheer intensity of the original Modern Warfare 2. To say nostalgia vibes were hitting me hard is an understatement. Modern Warfare 2 released in 2009, and it was no doubt the golden age of console FPS games. COD 4 releasing alongside games such as BioShock and Fallout 3, plus more. If you owned a 360 back then, it really was incredible. It was such a good time to be an FPS player. Everyone knew that COD 4 was something special, and Modern Warfare 2 came out swinging even harder. It had a campaign that elevated the first in almost every way, in terms of the visuals, the intensity, and the spectacle. Pair this with what was a franchise-defining multiplayer mode, and a great co-op, challenge-oriented Spec Ops mode, and you have a game that for many holds a very special place in their hearts, myself included. Modern Warfare 2 set the COD franchise on a trajectory that would catapult it to the highest of heights that a console FPS could achieve. The series owes a lot to this game. It's not without its flaws, mind you, but man, it is a blast, even 10 years later. I played through Modern Warfare 2 Remastered on a PlayStation 4 Pro and experienced rock-solid performance throughout the adventure. First thing that will jump out at players isn't just the visuals, but it's the quality of the audio. I'm not really sure how Beenox did it, but the audio sounds absolutely superb.
Hang on. Don't stop, keep moving. Got a man down. To all units, evacuation order April. I repeat, evacuation.
Voiceover is crisp, so crisp, alongside an excellent balance of explosions, weapons, chaotic rumbles of vehicles, and an overall balance that left me in a state of sheer gaming bliss. Throw on the headphones for this one. If you got a big sound system, rock out. And you also have, man, such, I'm gonna say the word, you guys, iconic voice lines from this game, and characters that have risen to the ranks of video game legendary status. And when you hear these lines again in this new polished state, let's just say it's a real treat. Overwhelming is the best possible word to describe the experience, start to finish. COD has always been known for its intense spectacle, and Modern Warfare 2 is an absolute roller coaster of an adventure. In fact, the original roller coaster. Whether you're bouncing from the point of view of James Ramirez or Sergeant Gary Roach Sanderson, there's always a narrative thread being pushed further. This thread eventually rips into a sensory overload of epic set pieces and unforgettable moments. How does the gameplay actually hold up though, these last 10 years? Well, it's a COD campaign. So you push forward on a fairly linear path while taking out baddies. The AI isn't all that impressive, but it's good enough to create a fun arcade experience and one that will keep you engaged throughout the campaign. Stay in a piece of cover too long, the enemies will toss a grenade at you to flush you out. Pop out of the cover for longer than necessary and you'll start to feel the heat, which encourages you to stay mobile, utilize cover, and continue flanking your opponents. It's a satisfying loop. Not all the missions are as fun as others. The favela segments, in my opinion, still are the weakest in an otherwise stellar single player that features an absolute onslaught of cool military gear, locations, set pieces, explosions, and plenty of heart-pounding action, all told from the first-person perspective. There's still something so immersive about it all, and so familiar. Now, I was beyond happy to see that Beenox included the museum feature from the original. Upon campaign completion, you can wander around a museum, full of character models, weapons, art assets, and more. It's a nice touch, and honestly a great reminder of just how detailed a lot of these models were. Even the 10-year-ago versions, okay? The remastered visuals look fantastic on the PS4 Pro. It holds up, it really does. I mean, the original game was gorgeous, and the work Beenox did enhances this. The whole experience was really, really nostalgic for me. I started creating YouTube content back in 2011 and 2012. Games like Halo 3, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, alongside games like Reach. That scene really cultivated like a lot of the motivation for me wanting to create videos. In a lot of ways, I miss those times, like a lot. Games on day one, I mean, Modern Warfare 2 had a rad campaign, an exceptionally fun multiplayer mode, Spec Ops for the co-op, and more, all on day one. Now, it didn't get the support that our modern games get, but since then, things have changed. The freemium model is the new norm. So, before we go down that rabbit hole, in conclusion, Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered, it's an awesome experience for $20. If you played this campaign previously, it is a blast to jet through it again with this fresh coat of visuals and that crispy audio. Plus, it's great to see the character arcs of what ultimately became very important and legendary characters in the series play out. If you've never played it before, it's not a particularly long campaign though. So do know you're likely looking at a 6 to 10 hour adventure, and that may not be worth $20 for you. You'll have to make that decision yourself. Now, the multiplayer and Spec Ops side of things. Activision had this to say on why multiplayer didn't make its way into the remaster. Beginning with Modern Warfare last year, the focus has been to bring players together seamlessly in one unified online multiplayer playground. With crossplay, releasing new post-launch maps, modes, weapons, and more content drops for free, and launching Warzone, the free-to-play, free-for-everyone new Call of Duty experience, the Modern Warfare universe will expand, blah 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 blah. Rather than release a separate multiplayer experience as a standalone pack, Activision and Infinity Ward are looking to bring more classic map experiences to new life within the Modern Warfare universe as it continues to grow and build over time. So, they didn't want to split the player base. They just had a very, very successful launch of Warzone, their new free-to-play Battle Royale mode housed within Modern Warfare. Look, I get it. I don't have to like it, though. Modern Warfare 2019 does not supply the kind of fun I had with the original Modern Warfare 2. It just doesn't have the classic arcade fun that MW2 multiplayer supplied. So many players have been wanting an MW2 remaster specifically for the multiplayer mode, and now it looks like that probably won't ever happen. And instead, we're gonna get MW2 maps in Modern Warfare 2019. Look, if you guys saw my review on Modern Warfare, you'll remember I really think that game has a ton of potential. I liked a lot of it. The gunplay was fantastic. The visuals were great. But my goodness, dude, the map pool was so bad. And the SBMM stuff, I don't know. COD used to be about arcade fun, an easy to pick up FPS that has tons of unlocks, customization options, skill streaks, and a near endless supply of chill fun. And honestly, man, Modern Warfare's multiplayer has yet to capture that level of enjoyment that I had with the original Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. Now, Warzone, hey, that's great, really fun. But again, the multiplayer side of Modern Warfare 2019, with just Modern Warfare 2 maps being added, I don't think that's what most players were hoping for. And on the Spec Ops side, come on, how's that really gonna split up your player base? That is some low-hanging fruit, man. Those challenges were so fun. I remember spending an absolute stupid amount of time with my best friend playing split-screen Spec Ops, trying to get the best times we possibly could on those things. It was a ridiculously fun thing, and it could have been so easy, I feel like, for Beanox to put it in this package. It wouldn't have taken away from like your Warzone mode or getting people to purchase Modern Warfare 2019. The whole set of circumstances is a bit of a disappointment for me. I'm gonna look on the bright side of things though, because hey, we got an MW2 campaign remaster. Beanox poured a lot of love into it, and I think produced a really good product. I still want to see an MW2 multiplayer remaster someday. Probably will never happen, and I'll give MW a try with those MW2 maps, but the freemium way is the new way, I guess. If you guys have had the chance to play MW2 Remastered campaign, let me know about your experience down in the comments. Also, if you played the original, what's your thoughts on this? No multiplayer, no Spec Ops. How do you feel about that whole thing? Are you playing Modern Warfare 2019? If so, yay, nay, tell me why. Thanks for watching this video, you guys. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel and hit the little alarm bell so you can be notified when the next upload goes live. Follow me over on Twitter at BBKDragoon, and I will see you all again in the next video. Thanks for watching.